Welcome, everybody, to the Hounds podcast. This is your home for field trialing and deer dog hunting. It'll be stories and discussions on the world of dog hunting. So let's drop the gate, cast your hounds, and get ready for another episode of the Hounds podcast. Welcome, everybody, to the Hounds podcast. On this episode, we're going to be riding solo one more time. I'm working on trying to get some guests, guys, I promise. I do apologize for that, but I've been, same old cliche, same old thing. I've been really busy. I do apologize, guys. So I'm going to be working on that. I'm finally getting everything set for the championship hunt. We'll talk about that here in a very short little bit, but we are pretty excited about getting all that stuff set up. But before we get into the episode, I want to keep on doing what we're doing. We'll start off with our quote of the week, and that is, "A champion is someone who gets up even when they can't," from Jack Dempsey. And our scripture of the week comes from Psalms 119:30. "I have chosen the way of truth. I have set my own heart on your laws." So hopefully that'll reach out and touch somebody. Maybe do a little inspiring. The Hounds podcast is proud to partner with Outdoor Dog Supply again for the 2025 season. Outdoor Dog Supply is the leader in online garment sales with their world-class trade-in programs. These guys are not just a business, they're also houndsmen and women too. They test their products out in the field and really put them to the test. Get the latest in garment equipment, stay locked and ready with field trial equipment, collars, leashes, and so much more. Visit their website today at outdoordogsupply.com, and we want to thank Outdoor Dog Supply for their support not only for the podcast, but in the field trials across the country. When you're looking for your next purchase and equipment, keep Outdoor Dog Supply in mind. Now let's get this episode started, guys. Thank y'all so much. So like I mentioned, we are getting things lined up for the championship hunt. I have had a lot of questions, a lot of people asking me a lot of different things, especially the guys, and obviously the guys running it more than anybody, but we are casting at daylight, so probably close to a week or so before the hunt, which looks like we only got about 18 days left before the championship hunt. We will be crowning us a new champion. Well, I say champion. It's not a registrable champion. Please don't get that confused, guys. I do apologize for that. A little bit of confusion. Sorry, I'm looking for some notes that I had made here recently. But anyway, so we're going to try to... So what we're going to do is we're going to try to cast right at daylight. Like I said, I'll give a time within the week or maybe within a half a week, but just kind of pay attention to when daylight is, and you'll kind of understand what's going on with that. So I do want to take a time in here in just a few minutes. We're going to read off all the dogs that are coming. I've got the field set, got everybody set, got numbers for all the dogs, so I'm lining up judges now. I know we've already got about 10, 11, 12 confirmed, and working on we'll try to get close to 20, guys. That's what my goal is, to get about 20 judges there. Going to be good quality judges, ready to hustle and get after it. Get after your dogs. Also, do not forget people that are eligible for the hunt. Mr. George Elam has opened up the pen the weekend before for a pleasure run for y'all. Get up with George Elam. There's a post on the Hawtree Fox Preserve page. I shared it. You can find it on either one of those two pages. You should be able to click on it and get to it and find all the details out. But if anything, just get up with Mr. George and get yourself lined up to go pleasure run so your dogs see the pen before the championship hunt. I promise you, it will carry you a long way if you want my advice. So one big thing I do got to update, and I hate to do this. This was obviously not in my intentions. As most everybody knows, the pools hunt was not a success. The pools hunt was in half on the amount of dogs that I needed to carry the series. The pools hunt is where I made the money up for a lot of the prizes. So Last year we had, I think it was right at 220 dogs. Excuse me, guys. And this year, my ambitions were telling me we were going to do fine. I did not expect to have the count that we did, so I was banking prizes on 200 dogs to be there. Well, we had 119 dogs. So that killed the budget by a couple grand. And I just don't have it. I don't have the extra funds to make it work like like the plan was. So I have to readjust, and I'm going to tell all the guys, hunters, I've already talked to them about their numbers, but my plan is by the end of the week is to send a message out to them and explain, hey, if you didn't listen to the podcast, this is what's going on. If you don't want to participate still, I understand. It's still great prizes. It's still money given back. It's still a lot of dog food given back. So we have a lot happening. But it's just not what I was hoping. So first off, I'm going to start off by apologizing for that. I apologize for probably slacking this year. I've had a lot going on, and I'll say that again, though y'all are tired of hearing that, probably making excuses, but that's just the God's honest truth. So there was a couple different options that I played around with, but this one was probably, in my opinion, the best one. So I'm working on talking to Outdoor Dog Supply and maybe hitting up some of my other sponsors as well and seeing if they'd be willing to donate again for some of the alpha products as far as prizes go. But as of right now, what the plan is, and like I said, I'm going to be working on this more. First place dog will be getting $1,000, a dog box, 12 bags of dog food. The second place dog will get $900, a TT 25, and 11 bags of dog food. Third place, 710 bags. Fourth place, 609 bags. Fifth place, 508. Sixth place, 407. Seventh place, 306. Eighth place, 205. Ninth place, 104 bags. $100 and 4 bags, just so we're all keeping straight here. I'm not getting 104 bags of dog food. Sorry. But then 10th place will get 50 and 3 bags of dog food, and 11th through 15th will get 15 bags. 1 bag each. My plan is that anything extra will... So I'm going to do raffles down there. I'm going to do some other little odd. I'm going to do 50-50s. So anything that I make that day will be added to the purse. I'll probably either split it up. Maybe I'll give it some to 11th through 15th. I don't know. I'm going to play with it at the hunt. Any chance of any extra money coming in, it's going to be given back to the hunters. So anything that I can get occurred during the hunt will go straight back to y'all. Just keep that in mind. Come on, if you want to play, come play. But as of right now, that's where we're at with it. I'm hoping maybe I can work up a couple more things and get some more stuff to the championship hunt. It still seems to be a great prizes. It's not quite as much as what we had planned. And I'm still working on getting a final number. I'm going to talk to those guys this week and hopefully have an announcement for y'all next week on what the final total number will be for the Cajun Elite bonus. Let me see here. So I am seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and I gotta double check a few. 12, 13, 14. I'm seeing 14 dogs that are eligible right off the rip And like I said, I got to go double check that. I may not have kept up with it the best as I could, but got to check that shortly. But we got about 15 dogs eligible for the Cajun bonus. I was hoping for some more, guys. A little disappointed in y'all, not gonna lie. A little disappointed. But so we're looking at a nice little chunk of cash prize to be added to the purse, or added to the winnings. And what I mean by that is, let me rephrase that. The Cajun bonus is for dogs only eligible for the bonus. You would have had to have bought something elite nutrition from Cajun Lights from the beginning of the series to the night of the pools hunt. Anybody that did that is eligible for the bonus. So we're looking at about 15 dogs right now, I think is where we're at, that are eligible for the bonus. I'm going to go back through and double check all that and make sure, but it should be about right. Only 15 dogs got in on it. Sorry, y'all missed out on a great opportunity. Put it to you that way. Excuse me. And other news with those guys as well, both Cajun Lights and Elite Nutrition are planning on being there at the hunt. They're going to have a little booth set up. They're going to be have some product there for y'all to see. Maybe if you want to purchase some, get to shake hands, meet these guys. They want to keep working and dabbling into our world. But right now, that is the plan for them to be down there. Going to come hang out, see everybody, meet everybody, and see what this is all about. Get more involved, guys. So I can't wait to do that and have those guys down there. So again, I do want to apologize for the prizes. The budget getting killed in that last hunt really did hurt. It hurt a lot, and definitely it definitely made things a lot harder than what it needed to be. So unfortunately, that's just the game that we got, and that's just the results that we had. So I do apologize for that. Let me see. So next up on our agenda, keep on talking about the series. I want to give a big shout out to all the sponsors, guys. Over the past 2 years, I know I mentioned them probably last week on the episode, but I want to take some time real quick and really give these guys the credit they deserve. The Hounds podcast would like to take a minute and talk about our friends over at Cajun Lights. When pleasure running at night or judging those nighttime field trials, put your trust in Cajun Lights. With the economical Cajun Bayou for the every now and then light user, the Cajun Micro for the nighttime feeds, and the top-level Cajun Blinder for those hardcore crossings. The Cajun Lights are headlamp-style lights that free up your hands for voice recorders or your GPS. They offer flood-style lights in red, amber, and white walking lights. Then the top-of-the-line 4-level main beam light. If you're having a hard time catching crossings at night, give the Cajun Light a try on the red and amber setting to catch the game with the easy flick of a switch and go right back to your main beam light and see your hounds in action. Visit our website today at CajunLights.com and check out and make sure you fill out the survey and select Hounds Tales Podcast to receive 5% off your next purchase from Cajun Lights. Now let's get back to the episode, guys. And I understand this may be a little boring of a segment here, but these guys 110% deserve a big round of applause. Whatever you want to do. If you are looking for products to get, please keep these guys in mind, because without them, this would not be possible. So, first off, Outdoor Dog Supply. Outdoor Dog Supply, they do so much for this sport, guys. So much for this sport. I cannot thank them enough for the past 2 years of doing this. It's been a big help, just a huge help with these guys. From everything that they've donated to products and cutting deals on products. Amazing, guys. Always amazing. Always a pleasure to work with Outdoor Dog Supply. Next up, I got Cajun Lights. Cajun Lights has, I think, made a staple in this sport, and I'm so happy to be partnered with these guys. Not only partnered with them, but they come on with the team and sponsored. They come on and have worked with me so that all my judges have a chance at a great prize. And they have done remarkable things. Not only with the lights and bringing that to the sport, but now with the elite nutrition stuff. And I think the more and more people that try that product and really give it an honest effort, the more that people will tend to gravitate towards that product. So we are working with those guys, trying to get them more involved as we can. So I'm very pleased on trying to on working with both Cajun Lights and Elite Nutrition. Elite Nutrition has been a big help with this. We're going to have some, like I said, we got the Elite Nutrition bonus going on at the championship hunt. That's a big deal, guys. I was really hoping for more people to get in on that, but it's still such a great thing, such an awesome deal, and I cannot thank them enough for stepping up and doing something that big. Next up, I want to give Pride Dog Feed a huge shout out as well. They really helped out so much this year with all their sponsors, guys. With every hunt, it was donations coming this way. It was very limited money out of our pockets each hunt to go, and with their contributions, it made it possible to have 2 tons of dog food at every hunt, including the championship hunt, guys. So that's 2 tons of dog feed at every single qualifier, guys. I'm very pleased with that, very proud of that, and I can't thank Pride Dog Feed enough. And also Value Pack and Specialty Feeds. They matched exactly and did exactly the same thing every hunt. It's both those guys stepping up and making those matches and kind of competing against each other a little bit. It was kind of fun, but nah, they're both great. Both of those dog feed companies do so much for the sport, guys. If you're looking to find a dog feed, give these guys an opportunity. Give these guys a chance. Try to find a feed that works for you. I'm on the purple bag of Value Pack right now, actually, for my puppies. I got some puppies on the ground, and they're doing the purple Value Pack, and my deer dogs are getting right here before season. We're making the switch over to the Orange Pride to get them right for hunting season coming up. So happy to feed both of those products at the house, and then very pleased with the results that I get out of them. Next up, I want to give a shout out this year to Low 10 Outfitters. Guys, there are still shirts and there are still product lines on Low 10 Outfitters. It would help out the series. It would help me out. It would help Low 10 out a lot if y'all go on their website and go to the Hounds Tale section on Low 10 Outfitters and make sure you get some merch. Get you some merch and rock to these hunts, man. They did a great job on getting this stuff ready. They got hats ready to go, and I'm very excited to be teamed up with Low 10, and I cannot thank them for everything they're doing. Next up, this has been through both years as well. Mike's Machine. If you saw the dog boxes at the hunt last year, you know what your kind of products you're going to get. Mike and his whole crew have been a major pleasure to work with. We'll have two dog boxes down there for the winner, and then also we'll have the raffle dog box as well. All my judges were able to get. If you judged a hunt, you got a raffle spot. So that's another perk of coming to judge the hunts and doing that for me. Next up, the Hunter's Horn. The Hunter's Horn was a big help past 2 years of advertising and working with us. I cannot thank them, the Hunter's Horn, enough for everything that they do for the sport. And as well as the Masters. Got to give a big shout out to the Masters. Always making sure that we're taken care of as well, and making an awesome awesome organization to be a part of. So really cannot thank them enough. Let's see, another big shout out. It's got to go to Miss Roxy Bowie, I believe is how you actually say her name. She was a big help last year. She got a full-time job, so she kind of stepped aside this year, but last year she was she killed it and was a big help with the shirts, the design, the logos, all that kind of stuff. So big shout out to them guys. Next up, we got Chestnut Mountain Feed Company. For the past 2 years, that's been my primary source of where I've got all the feed from, and I really honestly cannot do this without them. They've been a great help contributing to the series, and I genuinely cannot thank them enough. Next up, Wilkes Jewelers, guys. I know it might be a little stretch for some of y'all, but especially my local crowd here around the Appomattox area. Here in Wilkes Jewelers is located in Appomattox, and you got to see the trophies over the past 2 years. I'm a sucker for trophies, guys. I wish trophies were given out at every hunt. I know people think I'm crazy. They're like, oh, that just takes up room. But, man, I still have every trophy. It's not a lot, but every trophy I've ever won, I still have. That's something that's a keepsake for me, and Wilkes Jewelers knocks it out of the park. I'm gonna try to make sure at the championship hunt that the clockwork gets the recognition they deserve. They did an awesome laser engraved backing on the clock. It's got the Hounds Tales podcast series logo behind it, and they just did such a good job, guys. They did, and were a pleasure to work with. And they deserve all the respect and all the credit that they can get. Next up on the list, and this has been for the two years running too, as well as Wilkes Jewelers was 2 years running. Wilkins Outdoor Products, always ready to step up and help. They do such a great job of doing that, donating collars and being on the ready. I've actually had to reach out to him and get a collar last minute, and does a great job with that, as well as Stinger Supply in Farmville. They this year had to reach out last minute, and he just told me to come pick up a collar. I come up there and picked up a collar, donated it to the series, and cannot thank him enough for that. So big shout out to them. Timber and Shore Dog Supply, last year they were on board with us and helped out a lot. They also the Cabrals were also the owners of the Double C Fox Pen of the first hunt of the series. So really cannot thank them enough for everything that they've done between donations and allowing us to bring the series there. Another big shout out, Doc Purdy One Stop Shop. Man, I tell you, every jacket, cover jacket that we've had for the series has come from Doc Purdy, and he knocks it out the park every time. I still have some Doc Purdy jackets that I run, not only the number jackets, but I also run the cover jackets, and they still hold up. All the designs, all the logos that I've got on them, they're still hanging on tight and doing exactly what they need to do. The next up, Blankets by Big Country, big time donations for that. He has been a real pleasure to work with as far as all the donations for the first places over the past 2 years. I cannot thank them enough. Then we got JB's Hauling and Grading. I don't know that he's actually still in business anymore, but big shout out to them. The past 2 years they've done given collar donation, and truly cannot thank them enough. I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody from last year. Joy Dog Food was a big help last year. Got to give them a little quick shout out. My friend Carson Robertson and Dog Tight, man, last year he hooked us up with a lot of hats and for all the winners and stuff. And that was awesome. Cannot thank him enough for doing all that. Be sure to follow him on any of your listening platforms as well. And then Mr. Austin Tomlin for the books last year, the Deer Hunting with Hounds book. He donated enough for 3 at every hunt. So that was a big shout out to him, and I cannot thank him enough for writing that book and being a positive light for the dog hunting community. And then last but not least, Mr. Nathan Lehman donated a collar last year and was a huge help, guys. So all those guys, man, could not do this without y'all. Y'all were amazing to work with. And so here's probably the announcement that everybody has been waiting on. All right, y'all, we're going to take a quick second and pause this episode, talk about our partners over at Elite Nutrition. Our Hounds guys, they're athletes. They give us their all each and every time they're cast. Elite Nutrition offers all natural products to give your dogs the natural benefits that they deserve. From the Canine Remove and all natural wormer to the Electro Boost paste for electrolyte replenishment, body fluid balance, and blood flow improvement, They also have products like Active Dog Powder for recovery and joint and muscle support, Essential Dog Powder for daily vitamins and minerals, probiotics, prebiotics, and enzymes, the K9 Lactate Powder for nursing dogs to help with milk supply. There are tons of other products to check out at CajunLights.com, and then click on the Elite Nutrition section to explore. When you get to checkout, and only at CajunLights.com, use the code HTElite10 to receive 10% off your Elite Nutrition products. Again, that's HT Hounds Tails Elite 10. So HT10. And I guess you probably kind of, well, I'll tell you what. Well, let's do this now. Y'all probably been kind of waiting for this to happen, been kind of like, okay, I feel like something's off, feel like something's different. You're kind of giving a lot of shout-outs here, and, we don't really know what's going on. There will be no series next year, guys, for a lot of reasons. One of the main reasons is I don't have the time. I do not have the time. Doing this series was great. I loved the idea. I loved everything about it. There was so much hype. There was a lot of talk around it. A lot of things that inspired me to do it. But this year really proved that I don't have the ability. I don't have the time to make this work like it should. I don't have the means to run that kind of operation from start to finish and not neglect a lot of other things. The podcast, for one. The main reason that I've struggled on getting guests is I don't have time. I'm dealing with so much with this series. I don't have time to get on here and record with guys without neglecting my family. And that's another one that I felt like I was neglecting the family. And you have to make some sacrifices. I understand that. But there was so much going on and involved in this, not only with the hunts on the weekends, and maybe you're listening and saying, well, it was only 6 weeks that you had to give up. But yes, that's 6 weeks. Plus going and judging other people's hunts. Plus going and judging 3 days. Plus going and running my own dogs. Plus running in hunts. It all added up. And I want to continue with the Hounds Tales Running Hound Association. That is 110% in the books. We're going to do something next year. I don't know what, don't know how, don't know where, don't know when, don't know anything about that. That will be coming down the pipe. We're working on some things. I have ideas, but I got to make them work. So, needless to say, the series is done. If somebody else wants to try a series and do a series and kind of copy the same format, go for it. You're not going to hurt my feelings. You're not going to step on my toes. You're not going to do anything like that. If that's what you want to do, go for it. I respect it. I want to see you try it. I want to see you do it. Go for it. Have fun. If you have questions, call me. Be glad to give you as much advice as I can possibly give you. But, and this is another reason why the series will not happen next year. There are so many hunts going on right now. And you'll hear here in a little bit the results that I'm reading. This just on 3 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hunts this past weekend. That's just multi-day hunts, guys. Not including single-day hunts, 1-day hunts. To get the number count to dedicate to the series, to make it work, to make it make sense, it doesn't necessarily work anymore. The pools hunt was a real eye-opener for that, where we needed 200-plus dogs, and there was a couple hunts going on in the same weekend. It just happened to be that way. I know there was no maliciousness behind that. There was no ill will from anybody else. But that's just how the cookie crumbled, unfortunately, and we took the blunt of it. It sucks. It hurt. That's why the championship got changed up like it did, as far as prizes and giveaways. So, like I said again, I do apologize for that. I hate it. It actually makes me sick to my stomach even thinking about it. But between that and judges not showing up. And I'm not going to call out anybody. I'm not going to call out any situation, any hunt, any certain particular thing. There are reasons that people don't show up, and I get it. There are reasons that are valid, and then there are reasons that you can tell are 110% made up. And I'm just going to call it how I see it, call it exactly how it needs to be called out. The first 2 hunts went very well. We had enough judges. We didn't have to scrounge. After that, it was downhill. I had guys that were agreed to run and then judge and didn't hold up their end. I have guys that made excuses every time. And like I said, there are legit excuses. If you had legit excuses, I 100% get it. I 100% respect it. Excuse me. But what hurt was when you have 40 judges, 45 judges lined up and agreed to come, and 2 days before the hunt you have 15. When you have 20 judges that agreed to come and 3 days before you have 5. Those are the ones that hurt, and then you're scrounging. I don't have time to beg. I don't have time to ask favors, pull favors, and then when I do pull favors, I don't have time to give back those favors. But I would say that would be, that's a majority of the reason why the series just won't exist next year. And life is tough. There's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of reasons why people can't come. And I would say probably most of the reasons are legit reason between work, family things. Things come up. Wives plan vacations without knowing. I get it. But it makes doing this series damn near impossible. It makes it doing this series such a struggle that it's so hard to make it happen. I don't mind the hard work. I don't mind it. But when you're doing it 6 times, it wears on you guys. It absolutely wears on you. So I do want to do something better. I do want to do something big. I do want to do something different. I really want to do something next year. I got to work on it. I'm going to make something happen. But as far as the series go, this was the last year for the series. I want to thank everybody that did come and did participate. It was an absolute honor to do this. It was an absolute pleasure to make it happen and make everything happen. I've got a lot of compliments off of this. I've gotten a lot of people that were excited to do this. I've gotten a lot of people that are going to miss it and hate to see it go. But I don't have it in me next year, and I owe a lot of favors that I'm going to try to be returning next year. So I'm sorry to disappoint. I'm sorry to let people down if they were looking forward to coming back and doing this again next year. But I just, like I said, I want to thank everybody that made this possible. And y'all are the big winners in this. Everybody that held up on their end, that did what they said they were going to do, all the pins, all the sponsors. Y'all are amazing, and I cannot thank y'all enough for everything, guys. It really was something I'm very proud of. But things run their course. You got to watch the writing on the wall. There's no need in struggling through this next year and making this happen next year to fight tooth and nail about it and make it work. So what we're going to do is we're going to move on. Like I said, I'm sorry to disappoint. So here is what I want to do. I'm going to take a minute before we get into our main topic. And I want to read off all the dogs that are eligible and that will be at the hunt. Okay? So everybody that will be at the hunt, and I'm going to read them off, and I'm going to call out eligibility too. When I say eligible, that means you're eligible for the Cajun Elite bonus. First off, hound's name is Special from Keith Harrell. That dog is eligible. Champion Ketchum's Beth. Jojo from Jumpin' and Pumpin'. That dog is eligible. Sheba from Slow Stroking Kennels. Rocket, eligible. From Keith Harrell as well. Albright's Foxy from Kenneth Albright and Southwind Kennels. Longview's Hitman and Longview Kennels. Payne Boy's Mac from the Grindstone Gang. And Hunter Payne. That dog is eligible. Parker's Red Rose from Mr. David Parker. Jetta from Beach Creek Kennels. And Longview's Landman from Longview Kennels. Rock Springs Landman, ironically, from Mr. Chad Perkins. MM's Flower from W.C. Easter. RBK's Cosmo from Ross Boy Kennels. Minnie from Driver Hill Kennels. Cinnamon from Mr. Wyatt Danzy. Honey from Driver Hills Kennels. J&L's Vanessa from Skin Up Mafia. And Rock Spring Bridget from Chad Perkins. Rock Spring Kennels. Bunch's Raven from Bunch and Sub Kennels, Tristan and David Bunch. River City Roscoe, River City Kennels, dog is eligible. Turbo from Cody Lucy. Cardin's Miranda from the Cardin Brothers. That dog is eligible. Tramp from Loud Pack Kennels, Mr. Zeb Mitchell. Champion RRK's Jesse from Logan Royal, dog is eligible. Tramp is eligible as well. I don't know if I said that or not. Ruby from Jumpin' and Pumpin' Kennels, dog is eligible. Rolex from Beat the Block Kennels. River City Boss Hog from River City Kennels. Ferrari from Tony Williams. And Clyburn's Bela from Brett Clyburn. Little T's Honeybee from Little T Kennels. Gator from Wyatt Danzy. Bennett's Bunny from Dwayne Bennett, dog's eligible. Bubbles from Southern Style Kennels, dog is eligible. Hog Wild Lil Man from Chris Harrison and Hog Wild Kennels. Thompson's Tupac from Clint Thompson. Excuse me. Dog is eligible. Pass It Down Mufasa from Mr. Shane Smith. Murs Katie from Lil T Kennels. Carter Solo from Beach Creek Kennels. And Hog Wild Dolly from Hog Wild Kennels. Theo from Mr. Cody Lucy. Or Loose, excuse me. Bennett's Dot from Bennett Kennels, eligible. Ryan's Hoss from Ryan Hayes and Hog Wild Kennels. Osborne's Lucy from Otter River and Loose Change Kennels. Parker's Crazy Leg from Tobacco Money Kennels. Thumper from Loud Pack Kennels, dog's eligible. Bennett's Zigzag from Bennett Kennels, dog's eligible. Bunch's Pepper from Bunch and Son Kennels. Dolly from Mill Creek Kennels. And Thompson's ASAP from the boys of the Clint Thompson brothers. That dog's eligible as well. Guys, there are 2 dogs left on the list that are 11th place dogs. That'd be Thompson's Chick and Payne Boy's OG. Right now, they are sitting just outside of being able to come. We got 50 dogs. We're full to the brim. But those 2 are sitting just outside, and the last 2 that can possibly come. So if you're not able to make it, please let me know so that we can make sure those 2 dogs get in. They are ready to come. They're ready to go and eager to get in and make sure that they are there. So please let me know, even if it is last minute. I told those guys to have those dogs ready, just in case, dog come in heat, dog get hurt, anything. Let me know, please, so I can make sure those guys get in. So, guys, that's everything I got for the series. I'll tell you what, I think what we're going to do is we're going to save my other topic for another rainy day. And we'll come back to that. We're already about 38 minutes into this. So, the Hounds Tales Podcast is happy to announce our newest partnership with Low 10 Outfitters. If your kennel is looking for new apparel to rock to the next field trial or the upcoming hunting season, look no further than Low 10 Outfitters. They offer shirts, hats, hoodies, coats, and other accessories with custom logos for your kennel or your hound's name to go on. With top quality merchandise and long-lasting quality, you can't go wrong with Low 10 Outfitters. Now we are offering Hounds Tales Podcast apparel on their website at low10outfitters.com. Be on the lookout, guys. It's there. Go purchase it. We're live, guys. Go in, go purchase it. Low10outfitters.com. Click on the Hounds Tales section for your Hounds Tales apparel and the Hounds Tales Pin Series apparel. So thank you so much for Low 10 Outfitters for teaming up with the Hounds Tales podcast. Now let's get you back to the rest of your episode. We're going to save that. We'll make this episode all about the series, all about the championship hunt coming up. Cannot thank y'all enough for that. So before we finish this episode, we're going to check in with the Spotlight presented by Cajun Lights. It's now time for the Spotlight presented by Cajun Lights. This is where each week we will recognize winners and other accomplishments across the field trial world. Now let's shine a lights on these guys and these dogs, and let's get to this week's winners. All right, let's start off with the Horror County Masters at 95 Fox Run. The best mouth was Tall Pines Mojo out of Champion HPK's Black and Hollow Oaks Spice from Tall Pine Kennels. Combination winner was Slip-A-Min's Wild Boy out of Champion Crisco's Wild Boy and Champion Hollow Oaks Black Betty from Slip-A-Min Kennels. The champion and classiest hound was Slip-A-Min Bullet, dogs out of Slip-A-Min Ammo, and Mare's Termite from Slip-A-Min Kennels. Excuse me, guys. All right, and the Crystal Coast is where we were at this past weekend. Got our butts drug around. I was able to land the best in show. Very happy with that. Did not realize, actually, with it being a Hunter's Horn event, that I'll be able to register that dog as a Hunter's Horn Derby Masters champion. So that's bench champion, excuse me. So, excuse me. That's pretty cool. So I'll give a little spotlight to myself real quick. Dog's name is FA and PCK's Penny. Dog's out of Hightower's Mo Money and FA and PCK's Heartbreaker. So very pleased with that. At least got to do a little something since we got drug around in the field. The best mouth was out of Lassiter's Lily. Was a dog named Lassiter's Lily, excuse me. Out of GBK's Hammer Time and Lassiter's Skeeter from High Speed Kennels. The classiest hound was Rollover Creek Athena and Crisco's dogs out of Crisco's Warrior and Rouse's Venom from Tuscarora and Rollover Creek Kennels. The winner of the hunt, so become a new Derby champion, was also best opposite sex on the bench and the combination winner. Dog's name is SNA Achilles, and that dog's out of Bedrock Spartacus and Crafts Possum from Big S and Spring Branch Kennels. The Central Kentucky FHA, I believe that was an outside hunt as well, was also this weekend. The combination winner was Roxy Ann, dogs out of Kentucky Snake B and Horns Annie from John Foster and Branson Watkins. The field champion was Mountain Dew's Bo Duke out of Mountain Dew's Hot Shot and Mountain Dew's Smut H from Mountain Dew Kennels. Excuse me. The North Georgia was also down at Swainsboro this weekend. Best mouth and classiest hounds was B Bruiser. That dog is out of, I think it's supposed to be BB's Bruiser, excuse me. Dog is out of Coyote's Whitey and BB's Racer T from Landslide Kennels. The field and duel champion, and if I'm not mistaken, those guys won the bench show as well. I think they had a clean sweep this weekend. But the field and duel champion is Champions BB's Vegas. Hound is out of Champion Hollow Oaks Donnie and Champion Hollow Oaks Black Betty from Landslide Kennels. The Hollywood 2-Day, which we were also at, did a little splitting up and got our butts drug around two different places. The best mouth was Molnar's Lil Crazy out of PNC Soul Brother and Molnar's Lil Girl from Molnar Kennels. The classiest hound was Spears Mountain Little T from Spears Mountain Sergeant and Spears Mountain Tracy from Spears Mountain Kennels. Combination winner was champion Jack 'em Up Slick out of Rock Spring Blacktop and Country Oaks Venom from Jack 'em Up Kennels. And the new Derby champion is, and hitting a back-to-back years, congratulations, straight out of Andersonville Kennels, on your new Derby champion, Garrett's P, out of champion B&B's Chrome and RS&T Southern Girl. Then, last but not least, the East Coast Masters. Best Mouth was out of DRM's Laney, and that dog's out of champion Huffman's Johnny Cash and DRM's Susie Q from Donnie and Ryan McNeil. Then the classiest hound, dual champion and field champion, is B&B's Thundercat. Dogs out of B&B's Loot and champion B&B's Camaro from B&B Kennels. So that is everything going on for the past week. Looks like we got a few hunts coming up this weekend, next couple weekends. So y'all tune in next weekend. I'm going to try to work my best into getting a guest on here so that we don't have to listen to me talk by myself again. So thank y'all for bearing with me through all this, guys. And, we're going to go ahead and get off here. Thank y'all so much for listening. And like always, guys, happy hunting.